Hey, what's up, pups? It's JR, and I got a couple things to talk about. So basically, this is going to be a commentary video, meaning it's not going to be a Let's Play, it's not going to be a funny moment, it's not going to be a Twitch highlights. It's basically just going to be me talking over some gameplay, yes, live commentary, because, you know, I don't feel like sitting here and doing nothing while talking to a fucking microphone alone. Basically, I have a couple things to talk about. But it should be noted that first, I have already recorded another commentary video that you guys aren't going to be seeing because its contents are now relevant because my stance on what I'm about to talk about is now different. So basically, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that well, hopefully you know, recently tweeted out that because Mirage Prime is next on Warframe and not Zephyr Prime, I am going to be uninstalling the game. Which, that's not entirely true anymore. So, I'll give you guys a quick little information. A while ago, I put a forum post saying that basically the last thing I find fun about Warframe is Zephyr. And if they fuck up her Prime or her deluxe skin, I'm going to end up uninstalling the game. Which, now, it's been confirmed that even though it chronologically should be, Zephyr is not going to be the next Prime Warframe, and instead it's going to be Mirage. Which, I was extremely mad to hear that information. But, you know, since then I've cooled down a little bit, but I am still very, very upset that it's not going to be Zephyr. So, basically, I am not going to end up uninstalling the game, most likely, but I am going to distance myself from it. So, over the past couple days, I have been thinking about this, because Warframe is a huge part of, like, my gaming life, because, you know, I have almost 4,000 hours in it, and I've been playing it for 4 years, so I can't just outright quit it. As an example, I have pretty much integrated doing routine things like the sortie and coming back every 2 weeks to see what the Void Trader has into my mind to the point where whenever it's time to do that, I think, okay, I gotta go do that, even though I had no plans to that day. So I was thinking, I was like, okay, maybe I will just only do the routine stuff, and then when I get that done, I'll go play something else, distancing myself from the game. Because, oh, someone else landed here. Oi! Where are you at, mate? There you are. Let's skip the guns and fist fight this, like men. Where are you at? Ah. There you are. Oh. Well. To be honest, that was a bit anticlimactic. Sorry, better luck next time. Anyway, the reason I thought that I'd just distance myself and not straight up uninstall it is because, believe it or not, this situation has actually happened before. For me to contextually speak about this, we're gonna rewind the clock back before I built Zephyr, yes, that long ago, and before Saren Prime got released. So basically, back then, Saren was my favorite Warframe. I loved her, I loved the way she played, and just all around I had a good time playing her. But at one point it came down to the wire, and it was either going to be Saren Prime or Trinity Prime next. Which, lo and behold, Trinity Prime came out instead. And I was as pissed off then as I am now about Zephyr getting pushed back for, you know, Meta Prime. But instead of just outright uninstalling the game because of how pissed off I was at DE, how pissed off I was that I'm not going to get Saren Prime that soon, which eventually she did come out, so it's no big deal, I decided that, you know what, I'm just not going to play Warframe. It pisses me off to play it, and it pisses me off to see how many... You are a bitch. It pisses me off to see that so many people are running around with Trinity Prime, whereas I felt that it should have been Saren Prime. So I decided to distance myself, and I don't think the sortie existed then, so I just didn't play Warframe as often. I've said this multiple times already, but I distanced myself, and I just went off and I played different games. I think at the time I played mostly whatever Call of Duty was out at the time. I think it was Black Ops 3, but that might be wrong. Basically, I just didn't play Warframe. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. So that's what I'm going to do now, instead of just outright uninstalling the game like I said. Because while I did say Zephyr was the last thing I found fun about the game, that isn't entirely true, even though it is a large percentage of the truth. It is true that Zephyr is one of the very few things I have fun with in the game, but she's not the only one. Recently, I have been playing a lot of Nova, and she's super fun. Occasionally, I'll hop over to Saren, have a little bit of fun with her, and I've been building a lot more weapons that I fucking love playing. Like, I made a Zaw. I made a Zaw really recently, and I think it was my first status Zaw, and I built it with only dual status elementals, so I could get it up to 100% status chance and put on condition overload, and it's one of my strongest melees now, and it's super, super fun. So I do have fun, and just because one thing I had fun with isn't going to get primed, I don't think that's, you know, very much of a reason to just outright uninstall the game and stop playing it when I'm a 4-year veteran on the game. This whole thought process actually started because of the new SMG they added, Baza. Basically, I have been waiting for them to add a new SMG in Warframe for a very, very long time because I am quite fond of SMGs. If I'm not using a sniper rifle, I'm using an SMG most of the time. But up until recently, the only SMG that existed was Grokita. And Grokita it's not the best, but it's not terrible. It's usable. I have Prisma Grokita, and I think I had a Riven. I think I might still have a Riven. Sorry. I've recently discovered that it's not Riven. I've been pronouncing it wrong this entire time. I had a Riven for Grokita because I wanted an SMG, and there's no SMG in Warframe other than Grokita. So I figured, you know, might as well try Prisma Grokita, but I still haven't full built it because I don't have the drive to. But now they have Baza, which I'm now waiting on the research to finish so I can actually use Baza and see if it's actually fun or not. Because that was the same update on the same day that I found out that Mirage Prime was going to be next, I was very, very conflicted, because I was either going to uninstall the game and never play it again, or until 3 months later when they, or not 3 months, it's just next season, until the next season where they should be actually releasing Zephyr Prime, or I wait for Baza to finish and see if I like it, which that's what I'm going to do. I am still not going to uninstall the game outright, but depending on how much I like Baza, I am going to distance myself from Warframe. I'm still going to play it, and I'm still going to like try and make videos on it. Like, for example, I have the next 3 weapons up for Built to Destroy. I just have to get around to getting, you know, B-roll and, you know, just stuff that you need for a usual Built to Destroy episode, commentary, a script, etc. I'm still planning on making Warframe content, but it's most likely not going to be as common as it is now, which even now it's not very common. But Warframe content, in short, is not going anywhere. I'm just going to not play it as often casually. Worst case scenario, you won't get the Warframe content as often, which would be kind of unfortunate because they're kind of the reason that we are at 200 subscribers right now, which I haven't even talked about yet. What the fuck happened? Literally 5 days after I celebrate the fact that we reached 100 subscribers, it doubled and we reached 200. What is going on? Seriously, what is up with you guys? What, you crazy? You straight up crazy. You straight cray. You know what? I've been talking too much about shit that makes me mad so far, so let's talk about something that makes me happy. You guys. Sounds cheesy, but it's 100% true. A couple weeks ago, was just a casual little, you know, very, very, very small channel with less than triple-digit subscribers, and uploading like not even once a week, even though that was my, you know, mindset to do. And now I'm sitting here with 200 of you guys just supporting me in everything I do, namely the Warframe content, because, you know, that's what, you know, kind of blew up my channel in the first place. So it's just, it's really, really, really fucking cool that this channel has kicked off so much. I mean, I remember back in the days when, and I don't normally talk about this, I remember back in the days when I was just a casual little 12-year-old who watched a couple videos by PewDiePie and the Yogscast and was like, hey, that looks fun, I could probably do that, and commenced to do, you know, terrible Minecraft content on a channel that I will not mention because I'm not, you know, about to relive that shit. Now, I have re-established myself as, I would say, I'm a pretty professional feeling, like the way I edit and everything. I would say my editing style is pretty professional. It could be a lot better, obviously. I'm still learning the, you know, ins and outs of Adobe Premiere, which I've had it for a while, but I've just kind of been sticking to the really basic stuff. Only really adding subtitles and stuff when I, you know, need to. But I've been getting more into it, and I've been using a lot more, like, complex and, you know, different effects, like green screens and stuff. And it's just making my content just a lot better in general, to be perfectly honest. So, to think about how that's how I am now, and back then when I just was stuck with Windows Movie Maker like any other tiny little channel was, but now it's this whole big thing where I'm growing so fast compared to me getting a subscriber a month. It is honestly super fucking cool, all the support you guys have been giving me recently, and I honestly cannot thank you guys enough for that. That is, over this point, I've said cool way too many fucking times, but it's true. It's super cool. How many times can I say this? Not enough, because I can't thank you guys enough for all of this support. Anyway, there are other stuffs I want to talk about, other than, you know, praising you guys for, you know, being so awesome. But I can't remember. Well, we'll just play a little PUBG and see if I remember as the time goes on. Ah, yes, I remember. So, as most of you should know, because you can, well, you know, quite easily scroll down right now and see, we have reached 200 subscribers, almost 300. We're in the 270s as I'm recording this video. And I checked the other day, and I noticed that I still only have 11 followers on Twitter, which is unfortunate because that's where I post a lot of the news of what's going on right now with the channel, with my Twitch account, and basically everything else that has to do with me and what's going on in my life, as well as when I start streaming, which, mind you, they aren't the highest quality streams, but they're still, you know, if you like my content, I would recommend coming out to my stream sometimes, just to, you know, hang out and, you know, listen to me talk, basically. 11 people are following me on Twitter. Only 11. Only 11. Which, y'all need to follow me on Twitter, alright? Oh, damn it. Fucking shotguns in this game are bullshit. I hope you die, but, you know, not because that's rude. I hope you have a good time, and I hope you enjoy my loot. Good luck in getting chicken dinner, but, you know, because you had a shotgun, that made me angry, and therefore fuck you, but otherwise good luck. Conflicting feelings, I know, but good luck. 200 subscribers, almost 300. 11 followers on Twitter. So, what's the deal with that? Yeah, I'm talking to you right now, sitting on the toilet, on your phone, on your tablet, watching this video right now, because it's just a commentary video, and you don't really need to laugh while you're on the toilet. So, you, right now, why aren't you following me on Twitter? Follow me on Twitter. @VectorDarkFox, capital V, capital D, capital F. It's an old handle, I know, but it's still me. Follow me on Twitter. I post stuff there. I don't even post stupid shit. That doesn't matter. I occasionally do when I think it's funny. But I post important shit there. So follow me on fucking Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description. Handles at the Endslate. Follow me on Twitter. Alright? Just do it. Do it right now. I would really love it if you guys followed me on Twitter. Because, like I said multiple times, that's where I put my news, that's where I announce my streams, and basically just a lot of shit that you guys are missing out on. Like, because there's only 11 people following me on Twitter, most likely only those 11 people knew that I was thinking about uninstalling Warframe, which all of these new subscribers seem to have come from my Warframe video, so that would actually affect them. So please, once again, just follow me on Twitter and everything will be great. Oh yeah, since I was talking about streams, here's another topic for the commentary. Yeah, let's try and get this shit to 10 minutes. So basically, I haven't been streaming very often recently, and that's for two major reasons. One, because I keep sleeping in past the time I normally start streaming, and two, because my Wi-Fi, it's not Wi-Fi, it's internet, keep doing that, my internet is shit. Quite frankly, on the top of the fact that CenturyLink is a bunch of assholes and has fucked us over since the beginning, I live in good old-fashioned middle of butt-fuck nowhere Oregon, so our internet isn't very good out here. But I do still have plans to stream, but it's not going to be every Friday, every Saturday, and here's another topic. Good segue! Yeah, I know, thank you, JR. You're welcome, JR. If you guys didn't know, which you probably didn't, because I never ended up uploading the first episode to my YouTube channel, we have started... me and my friend Jake, or Dividukte on YouTube, I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Jake, feel free to, you know, call me a dumbass in the comments because I don't speak German. Basically, we started a little show, basically, a podcast, that's the word I was looking for, called The Pubcast, where basically me and Jake play PUBG and we podcast everything we're talking about, basically. We just live stream while we're talking, playing PUBG, having a good time. This started out as a joke, and I thought, hey, that actually might be pretty fun, and it will be pretty easy on my bitrate because it's a podcast. You don't have any like video or anything. So we started the Pubcast a while ago. I think the first episode isn't even, like the VOD for the first episode isn't even on Twitch anymore. It's been so long. But basically, there's been a couple hitches, and that's the reason that there's only been one episode, even though we were supposed to be streaming weekly every Sunday. And that's because Mr. Jake has been having a lot of computer problems recently. He's been getting fucked over. Not gonna sugarcoat it, he has been getting quite fucked over. It started out with his computer having some sort of, you know, issue that I can't really recall. I'm not really sure what it was. But, you know, that's not the important part. He sent his computer in to some people in, I believe, Eugene, which, Oregon, I already brought that up. He sent his computer to some people to have it repaired, you know, because, you know, if you don't know what the issue is, you send your computer to someone, and they fix it for you, right? Right? Well, here's the bad part. When he sent in his computer to have it repaired, the repairman didn't reinstall Windows. They had to wipe his hard drive or get a new hard drive, I don't know, to fix it, and it works now, but Jake is out one OS, and therefore, if you don't have an operating system, obviously your computer cannot operate. That's one of the major reasons there has not been another episode of the Pubcast or the Playmaker, for that example. Yeah, I haven't forgot about the Playmaker. I still want to do the Playmaker, but it's me and Jake, and not me and someone else, so I can't just get another person to do it with. And, you know, because Jake is out a computer, can't really do things that involve Jake. Yeah, until further notice, there is going to be no more Pubcasts or, you know... What's the other one I just mentioned? Right, the Playmaker. There's going to be no more of those until Jake, you know, gets his computer unfucked or gets a new OS or something. Which, I assure you, it will be coming back, because me and Jake have had a fucking blast with both of those series. They will be coming back, and I can guarantee you. It's not going to be like Nightmare of the Snow, where I just say I'm going to do it, and then just now have the playlist of it labeled discontinued, because I'm not going to play it anymore. I might come back to it really later on, but if I'm going to come back to it, I'm going to come back to it with a fresh mind and forget pretty much everything that happened, which it might take a while, but, you know, it'll happen. So seeing as how we have a full match of PUBG left, and I've kind of run out of topics, I think we'll expand on shit that, like, you probably shouldn't expect, but you shouldn't just outright ignore either. These are ideas that I've had, but they've been just that, ideas, and I haven't, you know, solid, concrete, made them, yes, I'm going to do that, like I had with Built to Destroy, The Playmaker, or the Pubcast, which at one point were all part of this group of ideas that I had that I'm not sure if I want to actually make a thing or not. One of those things, the main thing, I love, real quick before I hop into that, I love the fact that I'm finding so many M16s. This is my favorite weapon in this game. It is a marksman rifle, and I love that. So, the first idea I had was called something along the lines of the terrible Let's Play, or the horrible Let's Play, or something like that. Basically, I had this idea that I go and play games that I never wanted to play. Games that I hate and never would even think about playing otherwise. And I thought of this because of a little game, it's a pretty small game, you probably never heard of it, a little game called Undertale. I, to be perfectly honest, never even thought about liking that game. And I still don't. I still think it's going to be a terrible game. It does not look fun. The gameplay does not look fun. But I feel like I'm willing to give it a shot and play through it and give it a fair chance. So maybe I can see why there's a whole fandom dedicated to it, sort of like Five Nights at Freddy's. I didn't like Five Nights at Freddy's. I thought it was stupid. I didn't like the concept. The art style fucking pissed me off, which, note, real quick thing about me, art style is a huge thing in games, and that's one of the main reasons I don't like TF2, even though it's just Overwatch, it's because I fucking hate the art style. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's. I did not like anything about Five Nights at Freddy's, but then I started watching some videos on it, and I was like, still kind of boring, and then I just ended up getting it for myself, playing it. I was like, hey, this is actually weirdly enjoyable. And for a solid, I think, 2 weeks, something like that, I was one of the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom. And I have gone through my share of fandoms. Trust me. So, to think that I went from absolutely hating Five Nights at Freddy's to being one of the people who obsesses over their favorite animatronic, I might be willing to give Undertale a shot. Because, you know, it has a fandom as big and dedicated as Five Nights at Freddy's. So, maybe I should give it a shot. I don't know. That's just something I was thinking about. Another reason I was thinking about giving Undertale a shot, now that I think about it, is there are, unlike what Five Nights at Freddy's used to be, there are some things I do like about it. Namely, the fucking soundtrack is phenomenal. Are you kidding me? Have you listened to any of the songs from the Undertale soundtrack? They are fucking amazing. Namely, you know, Spider Dance and Megalovania. Those are perfection of music. I'm a pretty big music nerd as well, but not as big as I am games or even anime for that example. But I'm a pretty big music nerd. I'm pretty big into music. So the fact that Undertale has such a good soundtrack is probably an aspect that'll make it so I actually end up liking the game if I give it a shot. It's certainly, you know, given me, you know, the idea of giving it a shot, so why wouldn't it just, you know, make me like it? Easy money. Hello, Car98K, you sexy little devil. Anyway, Undertale. The soundtrack is super, super, super good, and that's one of the main things that makes me want to actually give it a shot. And then there is the character design. I don't necessarily like the art style of Undertale, but I will say the character design is pretty fucking good. The characters I've seen, Papyrus, Sans, other characters that are not named after fonts. That's literally the only reason I can remember their names, is because they're both named after fonts. Oh, that's a lie. There's one more, but I'll get to her later. The character design in PUBG is very, very, very nice. It has a certain charm to it that not a lot of games do. If you like end up seeing it a lot or go through a lot of, you know, sift through a lot of Undertale content, you will have some sort of like bias or feeling toward a certain character, which that's really fucking hard to do. To give, you know, characters as pixelated as they are in Undertale such charm, that takes some skill. That takes some honest skill. So I will give the developer of Undertale some very good props for that. The main thing I brought up about, you know, sifting through Undertale content and developing a liking to a certain character that you had to go through, it kind of relates to the situation I have with, I believe her name is Muffet, because Little Miss Muffet, the Spider Girl. Yeah, her. I've seen a lot of Undertale fan art, because I'm pretty sure everyone has seen a lot of Undertale fan art, because, you know, Undertale. And, you know, it's one of those things that, like, hey, I don't like this, but I like this character, so I might want to try and like this. Which, that situation actually happened to me another time, but I can't remember what it was. I don't know, the name just escapes me right now. Out of all the Undertale fan art I've had to sift through over the years, because you can't escape Undertale when it comes to fan art and shit, the ones I did not mind seeing were of Muffet, which, kind of another reason, sort of, I wanted to go through Undertale and see what it's like, because, you know, I don't hate every character, which I think the only character I actually hate is Sans, just because his design weirds me out. I don't like his big-ass grin. I don't like how he's short and pudgy. It's just something about it just is like, no. Whereas other characters like Papyrus and Muffet, for example, they're like, hey, that's not too bad. They aren't, you know, they don't make it so I immediately hate them and everything about them, so why not give the game a shot? So because of that, that's the whole reason I was thinking about starting the Terrible Let's Play, where, you know, once again, because I've been rambling quite a lot, is where I, you know, play a game I never really wanted to start playing and just hated it outright, and see if I'll actually end up liking it, or just play through it to see how terrible it actually is in some game's case. Which I can't think of any right now, but, you know, eventually at some point. I believe I have completely run out of topics. So, looks like we're gonna be playing some PUBG funny moments, isn't that right? Oh yeah, I got a Car 98K and a good old-fashioned M16, so I think we'll be fine. Alright. So, I think... God damn, I hate this game. I really want to be mad, but fuck. I knew that was going to happen. I made bad decisions, and I can't fucking complain about it because it's my fault. God, I hate playing this game, but fuck do I want to win. Ugh. I think that's everyone's case with PUBG. It feels super good to win, and it feels super good to kick ass, but fuck is it a bitch when that happens. Okay. I think I'm going to play something else now. You're not going to see it because I got to end this commentary, but I think I'm just going to open this. Okay, never mind. Right, fuck this game. So, anyway, that's enough of this commentary. If you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like, and make sure to hit that subscribe button to become a pup if you haven't already. Make sure to follow me on Twitter as well. Do that, please. Anyway, my name's JR, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Inside this fantasy, it seems so real to me.